Virgo, welcome to your weekly Sidereal forecast for June 29th through July 5th. My name is Athen. So let's go ahead and look at this week for you. We've got this full moon here in your fourth house, which has to do with home, a family, past setting roots or connecting to your roots, which has been a very transformational thing, I would say, for all of you generally for the past many years with Pluto transiting that fourth. So this full moon will be very close to that Pluto, that conjunction there, really illuminating this transformation and change in regards to these fourth house matters, which perhaps you are reflecting on right now at the moment with Pluto retrograde. So thinking back to, anything, especially over the past 6 months because of the lunar cycle, anything that's been transforming or new beginnings you set off in regards to home and family, past roots, I think can come to that awareness and culmination at this time. And it's very important that you have that non-attachment as best as you can, and a willingness to change and willingness for this area of your life to change. And the more you're willing for that to happen, you will find that it's very empowering, actually, this kind of transit. Pluto's often talked about in a very negative connotation, but that's only if we're resistant to change. And, we all are to a degree. So it does take that extra willingness, but it can be very powerful, very transformative, and it can change that part of your life. In a way that is always for our best, which is what all the planets are actually doing. It's all for our growth and spiritual evolution. So anyways, that full moon there is going to help you become aware of these things, especially relating to your feelings, your emotions, things on the inner level, your foundations in life, which is the fourth house. And just remember to balance this with all this 10th house activity that you are involved with right now at the moment, because the Sun and Mars here at the top of your chart, where they're in their vigor, they're in their highest energy here at the top. There's a lot of this available for your career, work, and public related things. So with that, just finding the middle path and balance between, the career, public stuff with the domestic home stuff. And the best you find that balance, then both areas are working in tandem, realizing they're actually not opposites. This is a part of life, which is about the things that are about our values, our intrinsic and extrinsic values. So finding how our work values are similar to our home and domestic values or emotional values is really the key here with this kind of opposition. Still very energetic right now, too, with Mars still somewhat close to the Sun this week. So anyways, that full moon and opposition energy is going to be strongest on Wednesday. Coming into this week, we've got Venus and Jupiter still conjunct all the way through Thursday in that 11th house. So I would say certainly things in regards to the groups, friends, community-related things, causes, things larger than self. With Jupiter, it's been the case for almost the past year. But with Venus here enjoying that, and a conjunction here is very nice. Also enjoying the relationships, I would say, is an opportunity with Venus conjuncting your ruler of the 7th. And also home and family can actually be quite enjoyable as well, given that there is this openness to change and non-attachment there with Pluto. But that is also involving your financial side of life as well, with Jupiter conjuncting Venus, the ruler of your 2nd, and also involving life path and expansion and adventure and travel, which is Jupiter also conjuncting Venus of the 9th. So here, lots of areas of your chart, but I would say generally in the area of your ideals, visions, hopes, dreams, community-related things, which is all 11th house. There's certainly this enjoyment and opportunities there. Of course, follow the middle path. Not going to any extremes is the key with especially Jupiter, but still enjoyable nonetheless. And a trine from Uranus up to Venus can certainly mean perhaps some opportunities relating to expanding your horizons or with the financial side of things. Maybe even income from work, perhaps, with the 11th, 2nd from the 10th. But that's Uranus in the early part of the week, and then that conjunction through Thursday. Wednesday, the full moon, and then Wednesday, Thursday, the Sun will be trining up to Neptune. So there is a flow about this week relating to your work and career and things like that, also relating to rest and relaxation and spiritual type of things, which is the Sun ruling your 12th. And there's a flow about it. So finding that, especially in regards to the daily activities, new Neptune, who's been transiting your 6th, has been showing you the importance of trusting and flowing with your health, your diet, your routine, the daily activities, your work, your craft. And it's through that faith and trust, and even inputting that spiritual connotation in that area has been illuminating for you, has been something that you've been finding perhaps a spiritual spiritual sort of connotation through. But anyways, all of that is supporting the work and career stuff this week. Now, Mars is going to be squaring up to the North Node, who's been transiting your first house. So this whole year is about your growth, your goals, your short-term plans and ambitions. And so here, constructive energy to be put into that this week with the square, maybe some extra attention on self, remembering balancing self and others, of course, which is the freedom, freedom with your relationships and liberation there, along with freedom with self, finding the middle path with that. Now, that's the middle part. Then over the weekend, Mercury will be forming some aspects, your ruler. So this whole later part of the week, I think there's going to be certainly some opportunities for you Virgos. On Thursday, Mercury will be sextiling up to Uranus, so maybe some relationship stuff, freeing up things there. Your ruler has been transiting the ninth, so I think there has been a lot of thinking about philosophy, spirituality, astrology, divinity, traveling, university, things like this. Anything that expands your horizons. And so freeing that up, there's more opportunities there to free that up and free the way you're thinking about these things as well. And maybe that is coming through relationships. Maybe there are some changes there that can be quite positive. And also with your work and career, which is Mercury ruling your 10th house. Maybe there's an opportunity there as well. There's a lot of different areas, like I said, involving all these different transits. But I would say at the very least, freeing up the way you think about relationships and seeing the importance of freedom and stuff there. And all of that can be in the external environment, maybe enjoying those relationships as well, and even work and career also. So that's that transit. Then on Friday, Mercury squares up to Chiron, which is healing through health and routine. I would certainly be putting in that energy towards diet, routine, health, self-improvement this weekend. I think you'll find that healing. Then Mercury sextiles up to this conjunction, Venus and Jupiter in that 11th house. So opportunities there with the friends, the groups, community things, electronics, technology, innovation, income from work, things like that. With your ruler, sextiling is really going to emphasize that. Okay. Also, things relating to home, family, again, relationships being emphasized, and expansion and finances perhaps as well with those rulers. So that's going to be Mercury, your ruler, forming lots of aspects the later part of the week. Then on Saturday and Sunday, Saturn goes back into your second house. So here, Saturn going back into a house usually signifies reworking, restructuring that particular area of life. So the second house is about the material things, finances, assets, the simple pleasures of life, which perhaps you have been putting in that hard work for the past many years, past few years, with Saturn transiting that second up until the later part of last year. But now he's going back in there. So over the next couple of months, put in that hard work, discipline, and patience, and really saving too with the financial side of things, or just structuring your finances a little bit more solidly, I think will be a good foundation for that for them when Saturn continues his transit through the rest of your chart. So Virgo, I hope you guys have a nice week. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you're new to this form of astrology, do check out masteringthezodiac.com, or if you'd like a personal session, and I'll talk to you all next time. Take care.